So in this video we will be creating our trusses. So to create a truss, you just go to the structure tab and then truss. In here you will have some default options you can select, but if you just want a different kind of truss, you can just come here, load family, and we should go to structural trusses and select the type of truss you want, and it's just load here. So trusses in Revit are actually made out of beams. So in our case, we will be using a wooden truss. So if you don't have beams, wooden beams loaded in your project, you would have to go here, structure beam, and then if you right here just have concrete and steel, you would need to load a family. Go here, probably somewhere structural framing, wood, and just load some of these families. Okay, so when we go to structure truss, we can edit type and then just select the structural framing type you need. For example, I will just create a random truss here just to show you guys how it works. So if I select edit type, I can play around with the beams that the truss will be made of. For example, this one. So I have steel beams, concrete beams, but in our case we just want wooden beams. Okay. So to insert our beam, first of all, when we are in a 3D view, you need to set up your plane. So usually the default might be level 0 or level 1, so make sure you are on level 3. Okay. So after you do that, let's go to our top view, and I will click here, truss. We'll use this one. Let me zoom in and at my column, and I will just click here, go straight to the other side, click here, and there it is. However, remember that we need to adjust the level, the height of our truss according to our architectural project. So I will go to my level 3, and it's easier for you if you created just a section here. You open up your section and this should pop up here. Okay, so you select your truss and then you just play around with your height. Let me do 8. Let's see how it goes. 7, 5, 4. It's too much. Let's see, 4.5, 4.2, 4.3. That's good enough. Okay, so I will go back to my 3D view, and then this should be the height of our truss. So I'm going to do something here. In our case, since we're not actually trying to get the reactions of our system, we're not like designing anything, so just to look better in the render, we can just you see that we have these little gaps here. We want to get rid of these gaps, so we select our truss. What I'll do is I will just temporarily isolate my element. Oops, let me go back. Let me do something different. I'll go to my front view, and then let me select all of this. I'll hold Control, and I'll select this too. And then now I can probably isolate my element. Yes. Okay, so now we're seeing just our truss, so it's better to work with it. So I will select it, and you see here we have removed truss family. We click, and now we can kind of like elongate the elements. So this is what I will be doing for our truss. So you just keep on doing it until all of your elements are joined. Okay, so now that we have joined all of our elements and our truss looks more like a real truss. I will go back, reset, and here it is, my model. We see that this truss is slightly inside of our roof, so I'll just select all of it. Remember to hold Control, and I will move MV, just move a little bit up. That's good enough. Okay, so what we don't want to do is we don't want to keep on making the same truss over and over again. So we can just copy the same thing, which is what I'm going to do. I will select all of the elements of my truss. Okay, now that I have selected, I will hit copy, and remember to select multiple. Okay, once you do that, you can just, since all of my columns are the same dimension up here, I'll just click here and just keep on copying my truss. Okay, we see that for some reason the elements of the truss did not go all the way up here. So I will just allocate some, just one truss, and I'll do on the other side. Okay, and now what I'll do is I will delete these ones that were not correct. Okay, and then once again I will copy, and hopefully this will work now. Yes, it worked. Okay, so this is basically how we're going to create our truss. And the truss doesn't need to go all the way up to here to the column. You can just go to the center of the column. Okay,